The Ladbrokes.com Irish Pga Championship marks the 100th time the championship has been contested since its inception in 1907. Staged at the Seapoint Golf Club in County Louth, the links course opened in 1993 and was designed by Des Smith, the oldest winner of a European Tour event at 48 years of age in 2001, and one of Ireland's best amateur players, Declan Brannigan.
I think it is a fantastic honour that Seapoint have been asked to host it this year. 101% effort has been put in to facilitate all the professionals, all those who are associated with it, and our own captain, vice captain, and everybody else associated with the club. They've put in untold effort to make it well worthwhile for the professionals.
Noel Kearns, captain at Seapoint Golf Club, is delighted the event is being staged here on this very spectacular course.
There's about 650 members in the golf club. The club was opened in 1993, 17 years old. We're absolutely delighted to have the 100th Irish Pga Championship at Seapoint. It's a great history of a competition, and to have it here in my year as captain is absolutely fantastic. We look forward to seeing some of the best, the cream of Irish golf playing on our golf course.
My memory is, our memories are, that my own kids used to come here and picking carrots during the summer, and also parsnips and basically vegetable. And this was part of a huge farm that belonged to the Smiths of Newtown. But over the years it has matured and has been turned into one of the most fantastic courses in the eastern seaboard.
Ireland's newest golfing star is among the lineup, 23-year-old Shane Lowry, who rose to prominence last year when he became only the third amateur to win a European Tour event, winning the 3 Irish Open. And he won it on the adjacent County Louth course at Baltray. Lowry burst onto the professional scene in dramatic fashion in May 2009 when he turned professional. The former Irish amateur champion made his major debut playing in the Open and in the recent US Pga Championship. Now he competes for the very first time in the 72-hole Irish Championship, which has been won for the past 3 years and 6 times in all by 3-time major champion Pga Harrington. Favouritism this year rests lightly on the shoulders of Damien McGrain. The former Wexford club professional shows pretty good form anywhere he plays, particularly during his regular appearances on the Irish circuit. Seapoint is a home from home for McGrain, as he grew up playing golf at the Termonfeckin course. In 2005, he lost in a 3-way playoff at the PGA National when Harrington edged him and Stephen Hamill into joint second place. 5 previous winners are bidding to regain the title this year, with Des Smith the most bedecked among them with 6 crowns to his credit. He was a recent winner on the European Senior Tour, and of course his local knowledge is a great advantage. The more recent winner of the title to make another bid for glory is David Mortimer, who earlier won the Glenmuir Pga Professional Championship at the Oxfordshire. Philip Walton and Neil Manship are other former winners.
Normal set, the driver 3-wood and rescue, and then all Titleist gear 3 to 48-degree wedge and 52 and 58. But same gear as normal, because it's playing soft enough at the moment given all the rain that we've had, so it's a good links course, but it's playing soft at the moment.
David Higgins, another of the challengers, currently leads the Lexus race to Mount Juliet. Others include Damien Mooney and David Mortimer, while the 2009 runner-up Brian McElhinney is amongst those to look out for, having carded a 1-under-71 in the Pro-Am. In round 1, Damien Mooney made a late charge to move to the top of the Irish Pga Championship leaderboard. Scotland's Neil Manship was the clubhouse leader on 5 under until Mooney completed his round of 66 as light faded to lead by 1. Brian McElhinney and Des Smith both shot 69s to trail Mooney by 3, with a group of 7 one shot further back. Mark O'Sullivan, Enda McLaughlin, Shane Lowry, Patrick Devine, Barry Traynor, David Mortimer and Jerry Cullen were among those on 2 under. The par 72 course, over 7,000 yards, is set on 260 acres of magnificent links land. The front 9 have a slightly heathland feel, with an abundance of gorse and mature trees lining the boundary of the course. Water comes into play on 5 of the 9 holes. The back 9 drift close to the sea and are characterised by uneven fairways, thick rough and deep bunkers, requiring accuracy both off the tee and into the greens. The last 3 holes on the course weave through dunes, distracting the golfer with panoramic views and a strong sea breeze. Pure links enjoyment. But what do the PGA professionals think of the course?
Beautiful course. You have to think your way around the course. You know, you have to get the ball and play off the tee. You know, put it in the right positions to give yourself chances going into the greens. You know, and I think that's very important. You know, it's in great condition.
I've played it once this year and once about 20 years ago at Des Smith. So I don't know it that well, but it's a magnificent golf course. Really good links, good test of golf. They're all good holes. They all have their own different challenges, and with the wind, when it's blowing one way, one hole is tough, and when it's blowing the other way, the other hole is tough. So it kind of evens itself out, but it's a very demanding, very tough golf course.
Yeah, there's great definition, a lot of new fairway bunkering, and you've really got to be accurate with your tee shot and think clearly through what you're going to hit off the tee. Greens are fantastic and really well defined, so yeah, really enjoying it.
And depending where the wind is, 16, 17, 18 are a great finish, nice tight finish along the coast. Apart from that, the course is set up lovely. I mean, the condition of the course is fantastic, so can't really mention the course too much, you know, it's not its problem.
Damien Mooney, suffering from flu symptoms, survived a floundering finish to post a 1 over par 73 after his sizzling first round 67. He coasted over the front 9 in 2 under 34. However, he bogeyed 15 and 17 and 18 for an inward run of 39.
The year started slowly for me, but it's coming back now. I've met up with a new coach, Johnny Foster, works in Greenacres in Belfast, and he's brought enthusiasm back to me, a wee bit of excitement, and he's been the best coach I've had in that he's targeted my weaknesses and he has ways to work with them, so he's making my weaknesses stronger.
Mooney was in a 3-ball with David Higgins and Des Smith, the latter carding a disappointing 75 to add to his opening 69 for a level par 144 aggregate. Higgins, who started the event third favourite, posted his second 71 after making 8 pars and a birdie 4 at the 6th hole on his way to the turn. He added another 4 at the long 10th and birdie 3 at 13, but dropped shots at the par 4 11th and the short 17th for a level par 36 back 9. Manship was 2 over at the 10th, but an up and down for par 3 at the 11th got him going, and he managed to pick up 2 birdies over the last 4 holes. He added a level par 72 to his opening 67 to strengthen his position. David Mortimer also slipped quietly up the leaderboard with the second round of 70, and that included 3 birdies, and he finished a shot clear of McGrain and Barry Traynor.
There's a couple of long ones out there, you know, sort of hitting 2 irons, 3 irons into the greens, you know, so I just need to really concentrate on them, make a few good swings and hopefully hit the greens. Like, you know, I've played the long holes reasonably well this week. I just need to avoid the bunkers really, you know, so.
Any holes that are playing against the wind are going to be more difficult, but as importantly for me, the holes that are down breeze are real birdie chances, so as much as I need to conserve my score on the holes into the breeze, I need to make my score then on the holes that are downwind. So that's always my policy when I play links golf.
As Neil Manship and Damien Mooney shared the top of the leaderboard at the halfway stage in the Ladbrokes.com Irish PGA Championship at Seapoint, an exciting climax is ahead. Former winner Manship and Mooney are tied at 5 under par on 139, with another former winner, David Mortimer, biting at their heels just 1 stroke adrift. Following fast behind at 3 under par is title favourite Damien McGrain and Ulster champion Barry Traynor.
This would be I think it's about my 22nd or 23rd PGA Championship. I played domestically in all the Pro-Ams and that, but it's good fun, I know all the lads, and we have a good time when we play, and it's very competitive. It's probably the strongest region of all the British and Irish regions, so it's a good stamping ground for some young players, the likes of our Barry Traynors, David Mortimers, all those guys. They're moving on now towards the European Tour, so it's good for them.
Our schedule would consist of 12 pro-only events and probably I'd say probably pushing on 40 to 50 pro-ams a year. So they're running from basically now the end of March through to the end of October.
I suppose because the amateurs are playing, getting involved, and it's a bit more social, and guys aren't as cutthroat as on the main tours, but it's definitely doing well, and all the guys are interested in playing. We get to play good courses, and that's always good.
Join us again after the break for more coverage of the PGA Irish Championship. Welcome back to the Irish PGA Championship at the Seapoint Golf Club in County Louth. Shane Lowry's third round didn't go according to plan. He was 4 over for his round at the turn after a triple bogey on the par 4 fifth and a double bogey on the 9th, while he only managed 1 birdie on the 8th. He had better luck on the back 9 though, with birdies on the 10th and the 18th separated by 7 pars. After a third round then of 2 over par 74, he dropped back to a share of 13th place. Damien Mooney and Neil Manship shared the overnight lead at 5 under par, but despite a bright opening, 2 birdies in the first 3 holes, the GUI national coach Manship didn't keep the pressure on. He finished with a 1 over par 73 for 4th position, ending his round with a bogey 6. Damien Mooney led for most of the third round until bogey 4s at the 15th and 17th halted his progress. Tour player McGrain moved nicely into a challenging position as he carded a 69 for joint 2nd place.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm looking forward to getting back out there again, and it's beautiful to be playing links golf. It's a good contest, and it's tight at the top at the moment, so we all have our chance, and whoever who plays well this weekend will win.
There were several good performances as players climbed into the higher reaches of the leaderboard. Eamon Brady carded a 67, one of the best rounds of the day, equalled by John Kelly, also a 67, while Seamus Clinton carded a 68.
Our season is mainly from about the end of April through to now, this time of the year. In that 4 or 5 months, there would be about 30-35 tournaments that we can play in. It's quite a few considering you're trying to run a shop or teach at the same time.
Glenmuir PGA professional champion David Mortimer had 69, and that saw him take the lead. The champion of 2006 penciled in 8 pars and a birdie at the long 8th hole to the turn, and then made a further 6 pars on the back 9 and added birdie 3 at the 16th and finished in a blaze with birdie 4 to snatch the top spot, having posted rounds of 70, 70 and 69. A look at the top of the scoreboard going into the last day's play then. Mortimer sits on top of the pile at 7 under with a score of 209, with 1 shot lead over the pre-tournament favourite Damien McGrain and Damien Mooney. Manship is in 4th place on 4 under. Brady, Kelly, Clinton have moved up to equal 5th alongside Barry Traynor, who dropped a slot. Visiting from Scotland for the final round is PGA captain Jim Farmer.
It's a 2-year captaincy where you represent 7,500 members as an ambassadorial role, and also doing all the championships. So we get to go to Augusta PGA Championship. Our top PGA member gets prizes at these events. So, and I get to go to all the British events that assistants and seniors and British club pros. So I'm very, very lucky, and it's a job I've thoroughly enjoyed. Just over the years, the Ryder Cup bid now means that there's money comes into each of the countries that have had Ryder Cup and are about to have Ryder Cup. So in Ireland, the K Club produced £1 million a year to go into junior programmes. They were the first to do that, and that's been rolled out in Wales, and it's now being rolled out in Scotland. So for 10 years, 9-year-olds at school get the opportunity to be introduced to the game of golf. That's never happened before, and that's all off the back of the funding and the bid of a Ryder Cup.
John Kelly from the St Margaret's Golf and Country Club started the final round at 3 under, 3 shots off the lead. Here he is on the 8th hole for a birdie.
I'm 3 under for the tournament. I've shot 273s and shot 67 yesterday. Played nicely yesterday. First 2 days were a bit iffy, but yesterday was a good day. So today I'm very hopeful. You just, like in golf, you never know what you're going to get. So you just go out and hope that it's as good as it was yesterday and roll in a few putts, and you never know. For myself, it was probably a disappointing year because I work very hard on my game, I work very hard on my fitness, and work very hard on lots of things to do with golf, and I probably didn't play as well as what I have done. But it's a nice way to finish off the year, this playing well. So hopefully we'll have a good round today, and sure, one good tournament can make it all great.
Kelly's caddy is Irish ladies golfer Carla Reynolds.
I'm playing since I was 11, and I've always played in the Seapoint and Baltray as well. I played like Senior Cup for Baltray, and I played a lot of club competitions here as well. I really like Seapoint. It's a really tough course, like compared to some of the courses we play. It's a really, really tough course, especially off the men's tees. I'd practice off the men's tees a good bit. My favourite hole is the 16th because it's pretty short par 4, but if you get in the wrong place, you're just gone. Like the back 9, I'd prefer the back 9. Like it's a more linksy kind of 9. The front 9 isn't as linksy as the back 9, but so I prefer the back 9. And I really like this course. It would still be my favourite course out of all the courses I've played, like around the country, and I've played a few around the world as well. So
Carla's great. She was on the Irish girls team there 2 years ago, or last year, 2009. And like, it's great to have someone who knows the course so well, and just it's comfortable. If I'm in doubt over a shot or something, I can just ask Carla. If there's a doubt on the greens, she's played the course so often, and being a good player herself, it's just nice to have her on the bag. Very relaxing.
St Margaret's John Kelly posted a 68 to finish on 4 under for the championship, enjoyed 3rd place on 7 under. Also finishing on 7 under is Neil Manship. His final round of 70 included 4 birdies.
I think that the main thing that I found different than the way I would play it is, you know, their course management is second to none. They really know where to put the ball. They put so much time and effort into, you know, where to hit the green, where not to miss side the greens. You know, that sort of thing is their course management, I think, that really stands up to them.
The championship was to be decided in a dramatic climax. Throughout the day, David Mortimer and Damien McRae battled for the title. A birdie here on the 3rd hole for Mortimer. It's the 9th hole, this a bogey for Mortimer. Mortimer just couldn't shake off McRae. It was nip and tuck all the way, and at the 17th, Mortimer had let McRae back in. A nervous 4 to McRae's par 3 left them both on 9 under, coming down the last. This par 5, the 18th, gave McRae a chance of an eagle. Close, but off the rim and out, so it's a birdie. Now Mortimer, edge of the green. This shot for eagle and the championship. What a finish! Magnificent victory for Mortimer, and how delighted he is, his second Irish PGA Championship title.
I played with Damien in the first 2 rounds, and lovely fella, very good competitor, and learned a lot from playing with him for the first 2 lines, how aggressive he was playing, where I was kind of earlier on kind of coaxing my way around, not being taken on shots. And I just said, look, if I have to compete against this guy, I have to be aggressive as he is and take on shots, like, and as it proved there on the 18th hole, when he went for the green there in the last, like, and left himself a good, it just put it back into my position that I have to go be aggressive here, and that's what won it in for me, going for a shot like that on 18, where I was first of all thinking nearly laying up, and then when I saw what he did, I said, look, there's no point in me laying up here. It's a real fair golf course. It's a golf course that if you hit good shots you get rewarded, if you hit bad shots you get penal, and you can't ask for more. And the condition of it is superb. The greens were immaculate in fairness, so for us club pros to be playing on a course like this, it's nearly set up like a European Tour course with the condition of it, which was a great benefit to the greenkeeper and all the staff. It's my fiancée Samantha. We've been together now, we're getting married in May. We've been together for 11 years, and through the good and the bad, when you come back playing in tournaments and you're having your best result and whatnot, and always, look, there's always the next one like that. So I set this aside this year. Samantha's been very supportive. My coach Shane O'Grady out in Blackbush Golf Club, Shane has been with me for years, and in fairness, the last couple of nights he'd been just going through, he says, just trust what you're doing, just trust what you're doing. Good friend of mine that I do a bit of work on the mental side, Fran O'Reilly from Maze. Like Fran, I've been with Fran for the last few years, and in fairness, he's changed my attitude around it. I'd be very much hangdog on myself, where I'd be on my own back all the time. Fran has helped me to, look, get rid of that, play your own golf. This game is hard enough without beating yourself up on, so try to be your own best buddy when you play on the golf course. And caddy John Fraser, John is with me. This is John's second win with me. He caddied for me when I won in 2006, and he caddied for me again today. So John, in fairness, is a rock on the bag. When there's a bit of doubt in my mind, I just say, look, John, what do you reckon? And in fairness, he just says, that's it, hit it on the left side or 7 iron like that. Hopefully we'll have a few more wins together under the belt. I kind of refocused myself this year to play a bit more. I've been working down with the GUI Academy for the last 4 years, and I said, look, I want to just give it another crack this year and just see. And I had a good win in the Glimmer Club Pros over in England, and that springboard on for this. So hopefully now we're playing with Damien over the 3 days and see what it takes to get on the European Tour. I'm going to hopefully go to stage 2 with a bit of confidence and see what happens. It may happen for me, it may not, and we'll see what happens.
And to confirm the final standings, David Mortimer with a final round of 68 wins at 11 under, 1 shot clear of Damien McGrain, alone in second place after he also carded a 68. John Kelly joined third with Neil Manship. Brian Coleman, the territory manager of Ladbrokes.com Ireland, presents the trophy to David Mortimer. And once again, the 100th staging of the PGA Irish Championship has produced 4 days of top quality golf on one of Ireland's most attractive links courses, providing a dramatic finale and a worthy champion.